getting fit today at the Talisman Center, Jill Ballin. But Jill, I just want to mention first off, we're talking about 90s Fridays and our favorite 90s songs. And you said Good Vibrations, and I thought, that's a Beach Boys song from like the 60s, but you mean Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Marky Mark, Good Vibrations, one of my faves from the 90s. I was going to go New Kids on the Block on you, but I thought Good Vibrations might be a little more friendly to more people. Not everybody likes the boy bands like I do, but yeah, Good Vibrations. And you hashtag no spin doctors. You're not a fan?
I've heard enough of them in my lifetime. How about that?
Yeah, don't need to bring them back.
Yeah, no,
favorite 90s tunes all morning long, and we're rocking here at the Talisman Center all morning long. It's Fitness Friday, and it's the fourth in our series, our 6-week series, getting you fit to kick off your 2012. Talking about the aquatic programs down here today, and I'm going to check in with Colin and Wayne. Wayne's about to go in here. This is the only dive tank equipped for divers in Calgary here at Talisman Center, so this is really cool stuff. Now, Wayne, are you ready to go in?
I think so.
Okay, go for it, my friend. And Colin, tell me a little bit about the safety checks that you are doing and why it's important to practice these things on a regular basis for experienced divers.
Well, just because a lot can go wrong underwater.
Right.
And part of the point of the scuba diving program is to look out for your buddy and for each other.
Right.
And that's why we always make sure we go over each other's equipment, because if you don't,
There he goes.
there's always the chance for something to happen, and we always like to minimize that as much as possible.
Okay, he just tapped his head. What does that mean?
That signals that he's in the water and he's all right, ready to go.
Okay, so you have to have a buddy when it comes to this, and that's what happens here on Sunday nights. You come and dive with other experienced divers, right?
That's right. You cannot enter the Talisman Center unless you come with a buddy pair.
Okay, so the buddy is the important thing. Now, I sort of thought, I'm not actually an experienced diver, but that you could just do this on vacation, but why do you need to practice? Why is it important to practice?
It's very important to keep your skills honed and sharp, because if you don't, you're a liability to yourself and to your buddy as well.
Right.
And that's not something you really want to happen,
No.
especially not underwater, where help can be anywhere from just a few meters away to a boat ride.
Right. So when you're on vacation, you want it to be a vacation, and that's why you got to practice here. So Wayne's, right now, what is he practicing? He's setting his buoyancy, is that right?
That's right. He's trying to get his buoyancy established so that he can descend down to the bottom of the pool.
Okay. And what do you think of this dive tank? Why is it a pretty decent tank here at Talisman?
It's a very large dive tank, just perfect for what we need to get to the bottom, at least have some depth to play with our buoyancy, and to also get used to the pressure as well. Okay. Because with different depths, you'll have different pressure gradients.
Okay, so that's every Sunday night. If you are an experienced diver, you can come down here and practice. Looks like he's having some fun down there. Floating around, we're talking about the aquatic programs all morning long here at Talisman Center. Next up, Tara, I'm going to be trying kayaking in the other pool. In the water here with some kayakers having a blast down here, and this is a program run by Aquabatics here at Talisman Center. And Simon is the director. He's going to take us through the ropes here. So we've got some kayakers in the water already. Tell me a little bit about what you need to know before you learn how to kayak.
So basically, like, it's actually a really easy sport to get into.
Yeah.
So there's a number of different types. So you've got the guys here in whitewater kayaks, so for being on the river and paddling rapids and playing around.
Yep.
You can also get boats that are like 12 feet, 14 feet long, which is super accessible for everyone. You can paddle on Glenmore and so on and so forth. So with the programs we offer, we're basically looking at teaching the basics.
Yep.
And having people feel comfortable in the boat, so once the summer hits, you can get out and enjoy the sunshine and enjoy the waterways around here.
Okay, so these guys are in a different type of kayak than I'm in. What's this type of kayak used for?
So this one here is slightly bigger, so it's more stable. It's designed for like running harder rivers like creeks and waterfalls and things like that. So for the thrill seekers out there, that's kind of potentially what you can work up to.
Yeah.
And the guys here in playboats, so as you can see in the background, they're like playing around and doing tricks and all that sort of thing. So
Yeah, what kind of tricks are we seeing here? Phil's almost going backwards.
So that's a stern stall, and then he's doing what's called a cartwheel. So this can be done in flat water, but it can also be done on stationary waves on the river, which is kind of fun too.
Yeah, no kidding. Can we see some rolls here? I think all the guys know how to do rolls.
Definitely. Can you guys do some rolls?
Yes.
So this
Affirmative, says Mitch. That looks scary. Is that an advanced skill?
It's reasonably advanced, but it's something that is not super hard to learn. Like, we run rolling sessions, and it's part of the course that we do here. If you want it to be, you don't have to do it. But
Okay.
it usually takes people a few sessions to pick up, but once you get the muscle memory, it's it's reasonably effortless.
Is that right? Okay, and do you bring your own kayak? You have a program starting up here in the spring?
Yeah, no, we supply everything, so we supply paddles, life jackets, boats, instruction, the whole deal. So you just turn up.
Is it a good workout?
It's a great workout, like core workout wise, like there's a lot of body rotation involved in it, and so most people who are first timers or are pretty new to it come out, oh yeah, felt that one for sure.
Felt it in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, Simon's going to stay with us. This is a stand-up paddleboard. We're also going to be trying that. I got my workout by sitting in the boat here this morning, but I want to give props to Chantal, who's definitely getting her workout holding the boom mic. That's good for the shoulders. All about swimming here, so talking about the aquatic programs. I have Barb and I also have Jordan here up on the blocks. Okay, go ahead, dive in, you guys. And we're talking with Ellen about the Masters Swim program. What's the Masters program all about?
So Masters is a non-competitive group for 18 to pretty much as old as it gets. It incorporates all 4 key strokes, flutter, the kick portion, the pull, drills, learning how to swim for competitions and stuff like that.
Okay, so this is basically people who have been swimmers their whole lives and are looking for a way to continue to be active in the swimming world, right?
Yeah, there is that as well as people that are new to the sport. It gives them a chance to compete.
Okay, so what are the opportunities for people to sign up for the Masters? What's the program all about?
Well, we offer a morning time, an evening, an afternoon, and a weekend option, all for one registration. So you can come to as many as you like.
Okay, and what are some of the benefits for signing up in a program like the Masters program?
Well, you definitely, you get that workout, that endurance, that, that toning, all of that stuff.
It is a great workout, isn't it? Swimming, and I mean, it's no impact too, so that's great on the joint.
Exactly, yeah. So we do have a lot of runners, a lot of people who have injuries find that swimming definitely, because there is, like you said, that low impact part to it that, yeah, it's really works out.
Okay, and of course, great facility down here at Talisman for the Masters Swim program. Thanks very much, Ellen. And we are going to check in, speaking of swimmers, here we are, Kathy and her coach, Grant. We've been checking in with Kathy throughout the process here. I'm actually going to get you out of the pool if we can. Is that possible? She goes, oh goodness. I didn't know this was coming. So Kathy's training for an Ironman. You're a very good sport for hanging out with us all for the entire series. So tell me a little bit about your swim training.
So right now I train about 3 times a week, twice with the club and one on my own design program, which is usually between 3,000 and 3,500 meters of different drills and endurance stuff. Because we're about 16 weeks away from Iron right now, so we're building up the volume and everything.
Yeah, so you're ramping things up, and Kathy also has a full-time gig. She trains here for the Ironman at the Talisman with her coach Grant. And how's Coach doing here? Barking orders?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. It's not too much of a session this morning, so yeah, pretty easy.
Awesome, easy session. Thanks for hopping out of the pool for us, Kathy. Do appreciate that. More still to come. We're doing some stand-up paddleboarding next, guys. This is the hot new thing, not only in Hawaii, but in Calgary, too. So we're learning all about stand-up paddleboarding here with Simon from Aquabatics here. You guys have a great relationship with Talisman Center and running some courses in kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding. This is something you can sign up for in February if it's something that interests you. Uh-oh! We're down, 1 down. But typically you won't fall in the water, right? Because you're dry.
Yes, yeah, like so Dave's a beginner and he's actually trying some more advanced moves right now. That's why he's in the water. But yeah, if you get the right board, they're super stable, and yeah, it's a great way to get out on the water for sure. And it's an incredible workout. Like, it's as good a workout as you can get.
Really? Where did this all begin?
It all started in Hawaii in the 50s. The lifeguards there, they use these paddle boards to kind of get around and rescue people, damsels in distress, so to speak. And but then, yeah, like in the last sort of 5 or 6 years, it's really taken off as a recreational sport, both in the surf, on lakes, and also on the river, which we have lots of around here.
Yeah, so where do you stand up paddleboard in Calgary?
So you can, like the Ghost Dam, just out to the west of Calgary, out by Cochrane there. The Bow River is spectacular, like on a nice sunny day with a little bit of training and the sun's out and everything. You'll make a lot of friends because people don't see it a lot, but also it's a super nice way. It's a really different perspective, like being up high and yeah, it's good. Like Carburn Park is in the city there. You can't do it on Glenmore Reservoir yet, but they're sort of working on that at the moment. But there's tons of places around. And in the mountains, the lakes up there, again on a sunny day, nice way to see the hills.
Yeah, but this is a great place to start here at Talisman Center. Get on the water, kind of get your bearings. So how do you learn? You start actually dry land training, right?
That's correct, yeah. So we start like with some balance balls on dry land, and that gets us going. And then we move to just paddling around on our knees, because that is usually pretty comfortable for people, right? And then we just progress at your pace and get you to your feet, learn how to move forwards, learn how to turn. If you do happen to fall off, we teach you how to get back on the board again. And then we move into some more advanced ways to turn the board, like pivot turns, where you get the nose up in the air and all that kind of thing. We just progress at the rate people are comfortable with, so it's good.
Okay, fun. I'm going to progress to the water in the next segment, you guys, fully clothed, so hopefully I don't fall in. I've actually been dry land for most of the morning, so it's time to get on the water, hopefully not in the water, Simon, and you're going to coach me through the stand-up paddleboarding. I've taken it for a little bit of a spin. I wouldn't call it a spin necessarily. I kind of had a little bit of a crash in the corner there. But tell me what I need to know about getting on the board in the first place.
Okay, cool. So we'll just go through this real quickly.
Yep.
So basically you're going to put the paddle across the front of the board there, and then knee either side of the grab handle there.
Okay.
Shuffle forward just a touch. Now we're going to go into our yoga pose to stand ourselves up here. So feet forwards a little bit, and up you go.
Okay.
Shuffle those feet a little further apart, and up you go.
All right, we're in business.
Cool. So knees bent, good athletic position there.
Yep.
I'm just going to give you a little push here, and
away
you go.
Now, how stable is this board? It's more stable than a surfboard, right?
Definitely. So there's a lot of volume in it, so it is quite stable indeed. You can get bigger, wider ones, but that one's a pretty good all-round board that'll do the trick. So
how do I steer?
So just keep doing that paddle stroke, and then you can try that reverse sweep on the other side. So switch sides. Oh, that's kind of a technical maneuver she's trying there, but that's all right.
How do I do it?
You're doing great. Like, that's kind of an advanced turning stroke, but it seems like you're improvising really well. So now you can sort of paddle back towards us just with that paddle stroke. There you go. Remember to keep those knees bent and try and paddle on the other side and turn back towards me a bit. We're coming in hot here. Down to your knees if you ever feel unstable. Awesome. Just slide you back in here.
Thank you. A little bit rickety. Now, you're teaching lessons here at Talisman Center in April. You can sign up for those February the 13th. It is a blast. Do you need to bring your own paddleboard?
Not at all. We supply all of the equipment, instructors, and you just bring your swimsuit and we'll take you through your paces and get you ready for the summer.
Awesome. It's a great way to stay fit, have fun, great way to spend the summer here in Calgary. I'm going to put my electronics back on. We have to take those off. Thanks very much, Simon, for the coaching. That was awesome. Simon from Aquabatics here, and you guys, I have to say, that was a blast. And cameraman Nick and director Brian had a bit of a bet that I would get stranded out there and not make it back. We made it back.
I think you did very well.
I think you did great, Jill.
Now,
yeah, I'm a little out of breath.
I know on Monday you're at Gymboree, and I'm going to just make you this offer. If you're looking for an extra child, I'm happy to give you mine.
Really?
Just for Monday morning at Gymboree.
Will Audrey wake up early with us?
Not that early, but we'll see what we can do.
Shift. Yeah.
Okay, Jill, take care. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye, guys.